Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the LFC Transfer Room YouTube channel. Today, you're welcomed by myself, Dan. We're going to be discussing the latest transfer news, most importantly, the latest article from The Athletic, which is coming, by the way, from James Pierce and also Greg Evans, both writers for The Athletic. Pretty sure most of you guys are familiar with James Pierce. So today they came out with a new story, basically like a rumor mill, breaking down lots and lots of transfer rumors, which we will be digesting and we will be breaking down today for you guys. So before we even start, make sure you are following, make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're commenting. It helps a lot. Remember that the LFC Transfer Room now is back, and we will be posting at least 3 times a week if everything goes as planned. So, you know what? Let's get started. So, number one, it's a very intriguing one, very interesting one. It's actually regarding Gerald Quanza. If you watch yesterday's video, you know that there was reported that he had a £51 million release clause, but Sky Sports Germany have actually today came out with a news story saying that his buyback clause for Liverpool from Leverkusen is actually 40 million euros. How much is that in pounds? That's actually 34 million pounds. So the transfer is set to have finalized for almost 40 million euros. 40 million pounds, and his buyback clause is of 34 million pounds. If that is the case, if we are reading the story right, and if Sky Germany are actually true on this story, they're actually the only ones that have come out and claimed this, that Gerald Quanza has a 34 million pound buyback clause, then that is ridiculous. Can you imagine Liverpool have a 34 million pound buyback clause that they can trigger at any time whenever they want to bring their player back, and they only have to spend 34 million pounds? That is ridiculous business if true. I do think we have to wait for a few more sources to update us with that, but Sky Germany tend to be pretty on point with their news. It is coming from Florian Plettenberg, which, has had some on and off times, 50-50 when it comes to reliability, but nonetheless, 34 million pounds. Let us know what do you think about it in the comment section below. We are jumping onto the next one. So The Athletic, like I said, James Pierce and Greg Evans have come out and said that an offer for Darwin Núñez from Napoli is expected in due course. So Liverpool basically are bracing themselves for an offer from Napoli. It seems like they are the most serious contenders for the Uruguayan, and Darwin is said to be open for a move to the Serie A. Wonderful news. Like I said, if you watch yesterday's stream, you know how much of a big fan I am for Darwin to move in to play for Antonio Conte's side. But today we had confirmation from local sources, basically The Athletic, which, by the way, is an American outlet that hires journalists. Nonetheless, we are having confirmation from local journalists saying that there is an offer expected to be received from Liverpool for Darwin Núñez. Now, there has been some multiple reports claiming that Liverpool want to stick to a certain price tag, which is said to be around 64 million pounds, and that Napoli only want to go as high as 45 million pounds. We don't know how true this is. Like I said, we still need to make sure that we take a look at how this story is developing. Nonetheless, confirmation that there's an offer set to be coming within the next few days, if not hours. We will keep you updated with that. On to the next one. This is actually an intriguing one. It's saying that Joe Gomez is still, I'm going to say it one more time, Joe Gomez is still part of Liverpool plans. I'm gonna let you dissect that one because it's a really interesting story. Like I said, also from the same report. I'm not too sure what to think about this. If I'm on Joe Gomez's side, I do want to take a next step. I do want to take that. Do want to make that move sooner rather than later, because, as you guys know, Joe Gomez is not going to be a starter for Liverpool. Joe Gomez is rare. Is also very injury prone at times. Despite of how versatile he is, he can play absolutely everywhere. Right back, left back, center back, wherever you put Joe Gomez, he will play. Now, reports that Liverpool want to keep him and that they do have him on their plans. Set to throw spanner in the works, because now we want to see what Joe Gomez decides. He's always mentioned that he loves the club. He's always mentioned that he would love to stay. But at 28 years old, the question really is that the right move for his career? Let us know in the comments, as always. Let's jump into the next one. I know we're full of stories today. I'm going to give you the next story, which actually also comes from the same outlet. And it says that Liverpool, that Murillo from Nottingham Forest, the Brazilian center back, is well liked by Liverpool, but his value is expected to be too high. Then they follow up saying that Jarell Hato from Ajax is expected to attract strong interest in the summer, and that Liverpool could enter in the conversation. So if we take a look at this one, both center backs, well, Hato can play on left back and as a center back, but both center backs are both the same height. And if you watch us on the last video that we did, you would know how I feel about short center backs. In Premier League standard short center backs, because I mean both of these players are taller than me, but they're both 6 feet flat, and I'm not too sure that will do pretty well on a Liverpool back line. We tend to have taller players, Joel Matip, 6'4", 6'5". We had Virgil van Dijk, 6'4" as well. The shortest player that we had was Joe Gomez at the back, of course, with 6'2" or 6'1". And the shortest ever center back that Liverpool had was, I believe, if you want to consider Javier Mascherano, who was like 5'9", and obviously played at center back, but he's actually more of a midfielder. We had Jamie Carragher, who was 6'1". I don't think that Liverpool will be moving in for a player that is that short if we want to use him at center back. Now, I could be wrong. There's lots of people on social media that are huge fans of Murillo, for example, from Nottingham Forest. I would love for them to prove me wrong. My preference, Jarell Hato, mainly because he can play as a left back as well. So, 6 feet left back, count me in. 2 more stories, and we are going to close today's show. The first one is just a quick update from Sam Lee. Sam Lee, also from The Athletic, by the way. But Sam Lee is a Manchester City reporter, correspondent that is well known to be very reliable for Manchester City matters. He says there was a brief conversation between Liverpool and Kevin De Bruyne before he ended up closing on a move to Napoli. Now, that is huge news. Why? Because, as you guys know, most local sources, most local journalists debunk the story that Liverpool were in conversations with Kevin De Bruyne, that they have table and offer at all. Huge. I'm going to say big ups to Di Marzio, the Italian journalist. As many of you guys know, Gianluca Di Marzio was the very first one that came out with a story saying that Liverpool have approached Kevin De Bruyne as they were interested in bringing the Belgian player to Liverpool. Now, there's been confirmation that the player was at least in conversations to join Liverpool. And I don't know, just very intriguing, because can you imagine Kevin De Bruyne at Liverpool? I guess the only reason we didn't make a move for him was because we, in a sense, knew that a possibility for Florian Wirtz was on the table. I mean, we know that Richard Hughes was in conversations with Florian Wirtz since February and March. I believe it was mid-February, according to many reports that came out, and which is also the same time that all these reports that Kevin De Bruyne was on the short list came out as well. So maybe that's the reason we didn't sign Kevin De Bruyne, because Florian Wirtz arise to the situation. And we just have so many number 10s. We have Dominic Szoboszlai, we have McAllister, Harvey Elliott, we have Curtis Jones, who is not a 10, yes, but can definitely play on that number 10 position. So I just wanted to bring you that one update regarding Kevin De Bruyne. And the very last one, probably the most important one, Sky Sports are outside of the AXA training center, and they just confirmed that Milos Kerkez, the Hungarian left back, is back at the training center at the Liverpool facilities, completing the very last formalities ahead of his move to Liverpool. So, photo shoot, videos, maybe finishing his medical tests. It was widely reported that it was going to take 2 days for him to complete the medical test. So nothing to worry about. And we should be having some confirmation on his transfer, on his paperwork to be finalized and everything by tonight. If you're watching, it's probably afternoon time in the UK, if not nighttime. So there's a high possibility that Milos Kerkez has been announced. And if that is the case, we will be back here with another video. So that's pretty much it. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Please make sure you're commenting. Please make sure you're liking this video. It helps out a lot. And as always, we will be back with more news, with more videos, probably tomorrow. This was Dan from the LFC Transfer Room. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can say that Charlie line. This was the LFC Transfer Room, powered by passion, fueled by facts. Thank you so much. Watch you in the next video.